Hi, I'm Dr. Shambhu Yadav, a neuroscientist and a stress biologist from Harvard Medical School. And today I'm going to show you how to stay calm and composed in intense situations using the neuroscience, not the motivational quotes. We will talk about what is actually happening in your brain and the body. And then I will give you a simple set of tools. You can use it in real time, even when the emotion runs high. So let's start with the most important truth. Calm is a personality trait. Calm is a state, and states can be trained. When tension rises, your brain tries to protect you. The amygdala detects threat. The body shifts into the sympathetic activation. Heart rate goes up, breathing gets faster, muscles get tensed, and your attentions get narrowed. And that is useful in danger situation. But in the modern life, the danger is often social. A difficult meeting, a confrontation, a rude comment, a high-stakes interview, a partner who is upset, a boss who wants answer. Your brain treats the social threat like a physical threat because for most of human history, being rejected by the group was a survival risk. So if you want to stay calm under pressure, the goal is not to suppress your emotion. The goal is keep your prefrontal cortex online and stable. That is a part of the brain that handles your perspective, decision making, impulse control, and deliberate your choices. When the prefrontal cortex stay online, stay active, you can respond instead of react. So here is the core strategy. In tense moments, you don't try to calm your mind first. Regulate your body first, because the body is upstream of your mind. When the physiology shifts, your cognition follows. Now I will give you the 4-stage model I used for the calm under pressure. I call it notice, stabilize, label, and choose. It is simple enough to remember when you are under stress. So stage 1 is notice. In the real life, tension builds fast. You often don't notice you are activated until you are already reacting. So your first skill is detecting the early sign. For you, what does activation look like? Maybe it is a tight jaw, maybe it is shallow breathing, maybe it is interrupting, maybe it is speaking faster, or maybe it is a surge of heat in your chest. Your goal is to catch the first 10%, not last 90%. Because once you are at full activation, you can still recover, but you will need more time. So the moment you notice even a small sign, you move to a stage 2. And stage 2 is stabilize. This is the physical technique that prevents the escalation. The simplest and most effective stabilizer is your breath, but not in the way people usually do it. Most people try to inhale deeply when they are under stress, and that can sometimes add more aerosol. So instead, you want to extend the exhale. Here is what you do. Inhale through your nose for about 4 seconds. Exhale slowly for 6 to 8 seconds. Do that for 3 cycles. If you can't count in the moment, just make the exhale longer than the inhale. This shifts the nervous systems towards parasympathetic activity. It lowers the threat signal. It helps keep your voice steadier and your thinking clear. And if you are in the situation where breathing techniques feel obvious, you can do a softer version. A silent, slow exhale through the nose, or a soft exhale through slightly pursed lip. No one notices, but your nervous system does. Now stage 3, which is label. This is where neuroscience gets interesting. Like when you name what you are feeling with an accurate word, your brain reduces the intensity of the emotion, and it is called effective labeling. But it has to be accurate and simple. In your head, say one sentence. This is tension. Or this is anger. Oh, this is nervousness. Oh, this is embarrassment. And then add one more phrase that make it even workable. This is a normal stress response. That's it. You are not analyzing your childhood. You are not doing a therapy session in the middle of a meeting. You are naming the state so your brain stops treating it like a mystery threat. When emotions are unnamed, the brain escalates them. When the emotions are labeled, the brain can hold them without being hijacked. Now stage 4 is choose. Composure is not just absence of emotion. Composure is the ability to choose behavior while emotion is present. So in the 10 situations, you want to choose two things. You want to choose your pace, and you want to choose your next sentence. So my friend, let's talk about pace first. The fastest way to lose composure is to speed up. When you speak fast, you signal urgency to your brain, your own brain to the other person. So the rule is slow down by 10%, not dramatically, just enough to keep control. Use shorter sentence. Pause after you make a point. Pauses are powerful. It communicates confidence. It also gives your nervous system time to set up. Now choose your next sentence. The tense situation, you don't need the perfect sentence. You need a stabilizing sentence. And here are some sentences you can use in almost any scenario. Like, let make sure I understand. Give me a second to think. I hear you. And here is what I can say for sure. What I propose is. So those sentences create a structure. A structure creates safety, and safety reduces reactivity. Now let's address a major challenge. What do you do when the other person is escalated? Because staying calm is easier when the other person is calm. So here is a principle. You can't regulate someone who feels unheard. If someone is upset, the first job is not to win. The first job is to reduce threat. That means you reflect the validate before you solve. And the validation is not agreement. Validation is acknowledging their experience. You can say, I can see this matter to you. I get why you are getting frustrated. I hear the concern. Then you move to boundaries or problem solving. If you skip this step, the other person's brain stays in threat mode and they can't process logic. Now let's talk about the composure killer that most people miss. It's your internal story. In tense situations, people often run a story like, they are disrespecting me, I am about to lose, I am being judged, I am not defend myself. Those stories amplify threat and they increase cortisol and adrenaline. So here is the reframe that keep you composed. In your head, replace the story with a neutral operational frame, and that is, this is a high aerosol moment. This is a misalignment problem. This is a clarity problem. and this is a boundary moment. And when you frame it like a problem to solve, not a threat to survive, your brain stays more regulated. Now I will give you a real-time composure protocol you can use in the moment. I call it the 10-second reset. When tension hits, first, exhale slowly. Second, drop your shoulder. Third, relax your jaw. Fourth, slow your speech slightly. Fifth, say stabilizing sentences like, let me think for a second. That's it. And it can prevent a reaction you regret. Now, how do you become the kind of person who is calm more often? You practice when it's easy, because under stress you don't rise to your goal. You fall to your training. So here are the calm training habits you can do daily. Number 1, practice the long exhale twice a day or 1 minute. Not when you are under stress, when you are normal and calm. Number 2, do one small exposure. Put yourself in a slightly uncomfortable situation and practice slowing down and speaking clearly. This could be a phone call you have avoided or asking a direct question. Number 3, rehearse your stabilizing sentences. If you already know what you will say, you won't panic, search for word in the moment. And finally, I want to be honest about always calm. No one is always calm. The real goal is not permanent calm. The goal is reliable recovery. You want to notice activation early, stabilize your physiology, label the emotion, and choose a composed response. That is composure. That is emotional strength. And the more you practice, the more automatic it becomes. So thanks for watching and see you in the next episode.